and I'm just going to go over the Gambler class for TangleDeep. This is the first class I started with, and I have played before. Not sure if any changes have been made, though. So I will look at that. Okay. So, as a gambler, your skills are based off of luck. So, if we look at skills, first we have wild cards. You draw a card every time you do a critical or random when you kill a monster. Then you play your current hand. Better hand means better effects. So this is normally the first skill I get because you just activate it, and it goes until you've gotten like 5 cards. Then you can activate it again, and it will do whatever effect it has. Let's see. Roll the Bone is also a good So these two skills I have are based off of luck, but they do not cause any harmful effects to you. So let's start with this. It says I need cards in my hands to use it. Okay, I guess maybe it always is a thing? I'm not sure. Normally I had to click on it to activate it. Close. Okay, so I guess it is just a passive ability now. You don't have to actually activate it. So now I killed it. I got a jack. Cool. Now I attack this guy. And I got another jack. Cool. Okay, so let's see. I rolled this dice. I guess I did Darts of Hail. However, I have absolutely no idea what Darts of Hail is. So, that's a problem I have so far with both of these. I will show you when I get to, when I get 5 cards. What I mean. Okay, so now I have 5 cards. Let's find an enemy and use on them. So then I use this. I got Sharp Eyes. However, I have no idea what Sharp Eyes does. So, I mean, you can look up here and see what it does, but it would be nice if the gambler had, like, a journal of all the possible effects that they could get from these cards and from the dice. So then you would just see, oh, I got that, and you don't have to actually bother looking up here while in the middle of fighting to know what you got. Maybe it could be something like, as you get an effect, it gets added to the journal. It's not all there at once, but it gets added just as you use this skill more. Then you could go back and see what happened, what the effect was. Same for the dice. So now let's do Hot Streak. This is the primary escape ability that also does damage. It's not that far. You don't move that far though. Let's see, I click on this, then I dash. And no matter where I click, I dash in a random direction. It just, the green shows the possible directions I could dash to. And now I've been leaving some fire behind. Okay. So now this is up again. Let's try it. See what I get. High card. Water intensifies for lightning damage? Maybe that means if an enemy goes in water, they get struck by lightning? Maybe? I don't know. So yeah, this is 3 directions at random, and you leave flames there. You don't go too far, so it's more of a damage than escape, but it can be kind of nice, like let's say I'm here and this enemy's coming after me. I could use that and hope I get a direction that goes this way or that way. Let's get Double Down. Double Down is one of the ones that involves luck. You spend 10% of your maximum health. If you take at least this much damage within 3 turns, you attack with Fire Blast that hits all adjacent foes. This is luck because you spend your health. Maybe you kill the enemy before this activates. Maybe there's 3 turns and you don't take that much damage. Then that means you lost health for no reason. It also does not say how much the Fire Blast does. It would be nice if it said that. Because if it does a lot of damage, then this may be more, people may use it more because they'll be like, oh, that does 500 damage, it's an instant kill. I may want to use this and test it. If it only does like 100% damage, then that may not be something you want to attempt to use as much. So it's nice how it always shows I have cards, even if I'm using like a pocket axe. That's kind of a cool thing. I'm not sure what happens if I switch to. Okay, so no matter what, at least of these I click on, always shows that I have cards in my hand. So, okay, I'm gonna look at the passives. Cheat Death. This is an amazing, skill. This could be useful for any class. You have 50-50 chance to live through fatal damage with 1 health point remaining. This, though, if you have 1 health point, you definitely need to make sure you have food that you can use, like that, or you can escape, because if you use this and you have 1 health point, well, then they can kill you again. That's another 50-50 chance. You basically want to not get hit if this happens. Fat Chance. This is also good for food. 33% chance that when eating food you won't become full and you can immediately eat more food. This isn't really something that... This is more something that supports like your healing abilities and helps you survive. So that's, both these passives are helping you survive, not necessarily doing more damage. Sleight of Hand is dazzle and confuse nearby enemies with flashy tricks. Confused monsters don't know where to move or where to hit. So that shows what Confused does. But that did not actually work with the Hunter ability, so I'm not exactly sure if Confused works with this ability right now. I will test that out if I can get enough JP. But that's also could be like an escape ability. Blood Depths, you borrow health equal to 50% of your max, but you have to pay it back with 2.5% interest. I think that means like maybe if you're close to dying, you can use that, and you get like, you go up to 50% health. But then you pay back with 2.5% interest. I'm not sure if that means like each time an enemy does damage, it adds 2.5% of damage, or if that means after a fight you lose 2.5% interest of what you have left. I don't know. So this one is also based off of doing damage to yourself, but possibly getting a buff, or healing yourself. Gold toss is also the same. You throw money at enemies. You toss 30 to 40 times your level of gold, and an equal amount of base damage between enemies hit. This also involves losing stuff and gaining damage. The damage does not seem that high. Like if I do 30 and I'm at level 1, that's only 30 damage, which is way less than what my weapon does. So that could be like a waste of gold. There's, the passives are pretty nice. Double chance to crit with abilities. That's really good. Wild cards only draw from 2 suits. That's kind of nice, because that could make you have better hands. Wild cards only draw 7 or higher. It's also nice. One thing about the wild cards, though, is when they're talking about hands, like the better hand, I'm not sure what kind of hands they're talking about. Are they talking about, like, poker hands? Like 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, royal flush? I'm not sure. That would be a good thing to add. Like a book for gamblers. Like it would say, like, the different types of hands, and, like, list them in, like, weakest to best. So yeah, basically, as a gambler, you have skills that buff you and are based off of just luck, and skills that take away something for you, but possibly give something to you. And the passives are all based off of helping you support yourself. So, gambler, of course, it's all based on luck, mostly. You will have to be careful in using this. You have to choose your skills wisely. Depending on how many monsters you're fighting. If you're only fighting one, you may not want to use, which one? The gold toss, because you'll only hit, I don't know. Well, no. Actually, let's see. Double down is something you may not want to do if you're only fighting, like, one low health enemy. If you're going against a lot of enemies at once that are pretty strong, then this could be something that you may want to use, depending on how quickly your health is going down. So, I feel like the gambler class involves the most strategy of the game. Involves a lot of knowing when to use skills, just luck in general. So, it's a fun class if you kind of like to take a risk. But it needs, the gambler is a really confusing class that it needs more information about it. Alright, and there you have it. I will be posting this on YouTube. Thank you for watching.